Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Clan. Today we'll be talking about recent updates to Hedera's smart contract service and how these updates may lead to Hedera revolutionizing the world. On the 19th of October, updates were carried out on the Hedera network. The update is officially designated as Hedera Services version 0.19.1, which can be viewed on GitHub. The new update involved the migration of the Hedera smart contract service to the Hyperledger Besu EMV. This enables support for the latest version 0.8.9 Solidity contracts and harmonizes our gas schedule with that of the London hard fork. The Besu migration also sets the stage for a step change in smart contract performance on Hedera. The mentioned Hyperledger Besu EMV integration into the Hedera network involves the creation of a new and highly performant database for state storage. Updates to databases and storage provided by Hyperledger Besu EMV is geared to improvements in the smart contract-based platform, namely improvements to speed and making the platform more cost-effective. Updates to the smart contract service has led to significant changes to fees. Most notably, it costs as little as $1 to create a smart contract and $0.026 to update smart contracts. These impressive price schemes are further accentuated, especially when compared to the Ethereum smart contract service. According to a Twitter page I came across, a developer who used the Ethereum network to develop a smart contract had to pay gas fees amounting to $436. The developer also mentioned how fees could be even costlier, especially in cases if an error arose in the coding of the smart contract, whereby further fees would have to be paid to amend the smart contract. Ethereum's gas fees are purely determined by the proportion of traffic occurring on the network. Thus, fees will be markedly more volatile and ultimately costlier compared to the Hedera network, where fees are predetermined and priced in dollars. The mentioned Hyperledger Besu EMV integration has also led to enhancements to the scalability of smart contract offerings, whereby such enhancements has led to the ability to scale smart contract transaction actions to levels amounting to hundreds of transactions per second. This factor will lead to the Hedera network being able to validate a number of smart contract actions readily, and thus acting as an ideal platform for developers seeking to build and implement smart contracts. The Hedera Services version 0.19.1 update also mentioned how Solidity contracts will be supported on Hedera, and there will be a harmonizing of gas schedules apparent in the recently implemented Ethereum London hard fork, which is centered around reducing volatility associated with transactions on the Ethereum network. The support for Solidity smart contracts, which are native to the Ethereum network, will be able to be transferred to the Hedera network. The capability for smart contracts to be actively shared between networks is not only due to updates to the Hedera network as a whole, but also through the leveraging of Hashport. Hashport is an enterprise-grade public utility which enables the flow of digital assets between decentralized networks in a quick, secure and cost-effective way. Hashport recently announced that it would be acting as a bridge which connects Hedera, Ethereum and Polygon DLT networks, namely through Hedera's Hyperledger Besu EMV-based network. Interoperability, which in turn will lead to the formation of a bridge between such DLTs, will provide the ability for crypto assets to be actively transferred from their native networks to another and use those assets in dApps running on the target network. Transferred assets can range from wrapped variants of HBAR, ETH and Matic, other Hashport approved tokens and smart contracts. The use of Hashport to lock crypto assets with the varying networks it supports will give enterprises the ability to actively share datasets between varying DLT networks. This factor will contribute to the acceleration of the global adoption of decentralized networks and dApps associated with the varying blockchain networks. The development and incorporation of the Hashport platform to enable the active capability of enabling interoperability and connectivity between networks will act as a stimulating factor in increasing the adoption of the Hedera network as a whole. With Hashport specifically geared towards enterprise utility, Hashport will provide the potential for businesses and large entities to use the platform for the sharing and portability of datasets between DLTs, and also leverage a number of token services for their activities. With the significant updates to Hedera's smart contract pricing scheme, rapid smart contract transaction capabilities, and the incorporation of the interoperability platform Hashport, Hedera could see a significant influx of developers to its network, especially developers currently based on Ethereum. The potential for more developers moving to the Hedera network will see invariable increases in the utility of the network. whereby smart contract creation and synonymous actions which will arise will need HBAR tokens to act as fuel to facilitate such measures. This factor will lead to Hedera continuing to be the go-to platform for enterprise utility, and the platform may become a hub for smart contract execution over time. Coupled with these exciting developments, a currently unnamed Fortune 10 company is set to leverage Hedera's consensus and token service. The Fortune 10 company leveraging Hedera's network is set to see thousands of companies actively using the product. The abundant levels of development surrounding the Hedera network may have been a stimulating factor for the company to use the Hedera network over other DLTs, especially in instances where updates have been made to the Hedera token service, which will see the direct implementation of smart contracts into programmable tokens. With the countless number of stunning features Hedera innately possesses, and with the abundant number of organisations such as UCL, the London School of Economics, Google, Tata Communications to name a few, which have a direct affiliation with the DLT organisation, Hedera is slowly becoming a hub for innovation around the world and could see the network being a spearhead in the impending global DLT revolution. What are your thoughts on Hedera's smart contract updates? Will Hedera rival Ethereum over the long run? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.